The military has made it clear that no one, not even any faction of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, can stop the 2023 elections from holding in Igbo land. In the southeast states and other parts of the country, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, who spoke at the 25th edition of the President Muhammadu Buhari's scorecard series, said that armed forces is working in concert with the police and other security agencies to ensure that the menace of criminality from the IPOB is placed under control. Dari, yes, this is reassuring because yesterday we expressed, we expressed concern that look, for people to come out and people who are, they're waiting for this election anxiously. It's going to be keenly contested. So we need to put security in place to ensure that people will come out and they will have that confidence to come out.
And then coming from Irabo, the Chief of Defense Staff himself, this is, I would say, more reassuring. We've been hearing some other...
to allow...
and he's making it clear.
Non-state actors to take over the narrative.
He's saying it to those who should be concerned. No faction. Any of the outlawed groups in the South.
It has been outlawed. Nothing
you
like
are outlawed. You are outlawed.
With the original law, with the
what is left is to put action to these words. It is soothing. It is reassuring. It is interesting to hear the Chief of Defense have stated this. But if you place this beside what has been happening in the Southeast, where governors give instructions and these criminals go against it brazenly, attacking people on the streets, going to political gatherings, scattering people, wounding people, and getting away with it. We've seen governors of some states coming to talk tough, yet this brazenness continue in their state. So one would expect that from this moment, this is not something that should wait until election day. Campaigns are still going on.
Yes.
There are still activities, there are political activities in all these states. Let us begin to see from this moment that the military, in conjunction with other security operatives, mean business. And how do I mean? We should begin to see serious clampdown on these outlawed fellows, ensuring that from now, the idea of some people gathering together and burning down INEC offices, burning down local government secretariats, we should begin to checkmate those so that people who want to come out to vote will have this 1 or 2 weeks to be reassured that if I go out, I am safe. It is the safety of the electorate that will determine the turnout on election day. If the people feel they are not safe or their security cannot be guaranteed, it will reduce the number of people that will come out to vote.
Yes, this worked during the Anambra election. And, a lot of people, before that election, have said that, oh no, they are going to stay indoors, despite the fact that the turnout was quite poor. But then, ultimately, the state capital that I monitored the election, I saw people, after saying security, every security plan, they were rest assured and they came out and they exercised their franchise. Do you think if in the Southeast too?
Don't forget that some days before the election, the tension was calmed by IPOB's announcement that it would not disrupt the elections, that the people were free to go and vote, for the governor of their choice. So some Igbo leaders had reached out to IPOB at that time, because for a long time on this program we were harping on the need to ensure that the people felt reassured to come out on election day. But because before then, the sound bites that we were getting was to the point that IPOB would not allow election to hold in any part of the Southeast, until a referendum had been done. But IPOB came out to say, no, people can go and vote. So that, coupled with the deployment of security men, also ensured that the people were able to vote in peace. we expect to see that this time around, because IPOB has also said that it will not get in the way. It was part of what we discussed here last week, that IPOB said, look, it will deal with any group that tries to stop elections from happening in the Southeast. IPOB wants elections to happen in the Southeast. It is in their best interest to let the elections take place. But we know also that there are miscreants, there are cultists, there are other people who are not interested in seeing elections hold in that place. This kind of miscreants and cultists have been killing people on Mondays for coming out. They insist that there must be sit at home. But IPOB, which instituted the sit at home in the first place, has already said that it will no longer enforce sit at home on Mondays, except on days when Nnamdi Kanu is brought to court. But we now know that IPOB has started something that it cannot finish, and that those disparate groups do not listen to it anymore. Everyone appears to be doing his own thing. So what can happen is for the military to match its words with action. And I know that it is possible, except that we will be having elections across our country. And the question is, how
do we
many
have enough
soldiers are we going to draft to the Southeast? Because we will be having elections everywhere, and it is not the only Southeast. It's not only in the Southeast where we have issues. We have issues in Niger. Up till today, they are killing soldiers. We have issues in Katsina. Up till yesterday, they kidnap people. Contrary to what Malami, the Attorney General, said, that kidnapping, this thing has reduced kidnapping and all that. I don't know where he got his figures from. People are still being kidnapped. When you are kidnapped, it is the job of your family to go and find the money. The bandits are not interested in Dogon Turenchi. Once you are kidnapped, you are the one who will go and look for the money. Whether it is new notes that you look for, whatever, you must find the money. And we have also seen that they ask for dollars. So when a minister tells us that, banditry has gone down because they changed the currency, did we not have Naira when they told the train passengers that it must be dollars that they will bring for the 100 million that they collected from each of them? We had our currency at that time. Or did anybody say that it's only your currency alone that you can use to pay ransom?
All right.